So for me, the highlight this year has been because I was on the facilitation track of Shantigarbha and Gesina's year programme. Last year I did it as a participant, and then I've repeated the year learning how to be a facilitator. And I've really enjoyed the opportunity each day to sit down with one of them and actually discuss, look at the events of the day, and to look more closely at decisions that they made, decision points, why they did this rather than something else, what was going on in their minds, what other choices they made, and how they made the decisions, whether to go with what was live in the room, which person, where to put the attention, and so on. I found that a really rich and powerful source of learning for myself as a certification candidate. And also I really valued for myself my own growth in developing the embodied aspects of NVC, which has really helped me to connect more deeply with myself in a kind of felt sense. Really valued that experience that have come through the exercises we've done, through practice, through a lot of support. And what it's given me is the ability to be in more choice about how I respond, rather than from a place of reaction with all the triggers of my life. So that embodied part. And then the other bit that I really got out of this year was learning more about how I handle conflict, and to widen my range of skills about how to be in a situation of conflict. So we have done many practices. The one I remember is looking at the inner experience of conflict within myself when I'm there's something I'm calling a mistake, how I am with myself, looking at the needs on either side, developing a greater self-compassion. And another highlight has been experiencing a restorative circle. There's something about being in a community where there's live conflict to experience that power of transformation, and Shantigarbha and Gesina working together really held that situation and enabled a great richness, connections to be re-established, and in relationships to be deepened and strengthened as a result. It was a powerful learning experience for me. So for me, the benefits of a year-long training are enormous in terms of integrating NVC more deeply into my life, because what it enables is a great sense of trust to build up between us, and safety. Because of the nature of the course, we bring our own cook, our own chef, we are in our own community for all the 5 weekends the long weekends of the year, and are able to focus very intently on what's going on within and between us. And that enables greater connection. That enables people to trust, revealing more vulnerability, and we see the humanity of each other. And from being with that level of depth, which a year-long program gives, there's more humanity in myself. I find more depth of compassion in myself. So something about that companionship and the strong connections. And then the other part of it is that it gives greater time to integrate. There's more spaciousness to actually reflect more deeply on what's going on, to soak and immerse more deeply and that I find facilitates change, both in myself and witnessed it in others as well. So it actually gives safety to allow live issues, vulnerable parts of ourselves to show up, the opportunity for healing, for laughter, for tears, for joy, for sorrow, all human life, which it enables rich growth. So I really recommend a year programme. It makes such a difference. And I've done it twice. Well, the first thing I'd say is go for it if there's any way that you can. If you're hesitating, just reflect on this. The quality of what I've experienced is being offered in this programme. Shanti and Gesine, between them, have an enormous range of qualities, strengths, experiences, teaching and learning styles. I find that Shantigarbha has the most enormous range and breadth of experience of this work, which he brings. I find he's very articulate, very clear, tremendous skills of holding a group in safety, for working with what's in the room, and enabling safety to be built. And I really enjoy what Gesine brings in terms of the comfort she brings, making us comfortable, food, bodily needs. But I also find that she's very creative. She brings a lot of dance and movement and fun into the learning, which really strengthens it and covers different learning styles. And there's a lot of laughter with Gesine. So I really enjoy what each of them brings, and they complement each other as a very rich learning experience. Also, what I found from doing this year programme is that there is a very clear programme laid out, which is structured, that they have, Shanti and Gesine, have clearly thought through the many facets of NVC, what it's able to bring into this world. And that's kind of on the syllabus, as it were. So we're offered a huge variety of ways that of being in this world and where NVC can be used to bring greater compassion. And at the same time, they bring a flexibility, their ability to work deeply with what's alive in the group, to build relationships, to enable healing and support. It is very profound how they can do both, keep us moving through a syllabus and at the same time support individual growth, healing, learning. We do a huge range of whole group activities, small group activities, one-to-one work. And it's great fun. It's great companionship, strong connections, really support growth, which stays. That's what I find the difference. When I've done weekend trainings, I'm really fired up. And then in the few days it's faded. With this, because it's over the course of a year, 5 long weekends, and we have the community calls in between, it kind of anchors and strengthens and integrates the learning. It goes more deeply in a way that I have found is more lasting, more profound change than just individual weekends. Really anchors that learning.